Hey guys, so as you can see, the weather's taken a turn for the worse. We're heading into autumn now, but what I did think is that might be a good time to unbox this new Velvetiser from Hotel Chocolat. Now we've got a lot of Velvetiser videos on the channel, but this is a completely new model now, been completely redesigned. So we're going to unbox it, use it for the first time, and see if we like it compared to the other one. I did order this one direct from Hotel Chocolat, the website, and they do package it up quite well, don't they? Just in case you're getting it for a gift or something like that. But I thought there'll be another box inside here, I'm sure, but that's how it's presented. So this packaging and wrapping, it does seem to be attached to the box at either side, so there's no neat way to do this. I'm afraid we're just going to have to ripping off the packaging. Oh, yeah, we have done it neatly. Yeah, so as we can see, we've got the all-new Velvetiser. Now, this is the colour we've actually got. That's the pebble colour, but I think they have a pewter one and a white one as well. They've got different colours, but as you can see, completely different design, and it also now does hot and cold drinks as well, but I'm sure we'll find out more about that as we unbox it and go into it. This is the main box then, so let's get that one out, and then we can remove the rest of this packaging. Let's just make sure there's not, oh, there is something more inside. So we've got the hot and cold selection of drinks, so they're actually different. The blend for cold chocolate, cold hot chocolate you want to say, don't you? But it's not that, is it? Yeah, that's more finely milled. I'll show you that in the video later on, compared to the flakes that you would use in the hot chocolate. So for cold, it's more of a fine grind. But yeah, as you can see, it comes with 10 single serve sachets ready to be used for hot or cold chocolate drinks. But you could obviously use the cold sachets for hot chocolate if you found a blend that you really like the taste of. So the box, it does seem to be made from maybe like eco-friendly cardboard. It's got that kind of feel to it. They have sent the correct colour. They've sent the pebble one. As you can see, you should see a pod cup and a pod glass in the box when we open it up. There's what's that on top there? Quote, nature is the most amazing designer. There's simply nowhere better to take inspiration from. Hotel Chocolat Velvetiser. Let's get it open. Right then. So inside, it's quite nicely designed, that, isn't it? It's got that eco feel to it. Your pod cup and glass are in here. We've got manuals here. Very nicely designed, isn't it? So we'll pop that to one side for now. Get this cardboard off the top. Yeah, as you can see inside, it's nicely wrapped up in like a blanketed material to protect it. But let's get this out now and get our first look at the actual jug. They do sell ones on Amazon that look similar to this, but are they quite as nice? I'm not sure. It's got a kind of a speckled effect on it. Wooden handle, Velvetiser branding on the side there, look. Branding on top as well, Hotel Chocolat branding on top. Yeah, we had that nod to nature on the box, didn't we, with that quote. So it's nice to see that that does seem to be a really solid wooden handle. I think this speckling stuff here is supposed to be part of it as a pebbled effect. On the inside, so like I say, we've got the Hotel Chocolat branding on top, and on the inside we've got a rubber seal so that everything stays nice and sealed in position. Not too firm, but it does stay in position. And just to give you an idea of the materials, that feels metal, and also this top part here feels a more solid metal. So it's not a plastic unit, it's metal. So let's get the whisk out and have a look, because I think you're going to be impressed with the design of this. If you like the unit so far, you'll probably like this as well. Yeah, so it's got a sort of a flower effect whisk. Obviously moves up and down during the process to get that Velvetiser chocolate feel to the hot chocolate. Yeah, it's quite a nice design thing. And don't forget the non-stick coating on the inside. And that whisk is also magnetic, look. We'll get the cups out in a second, but we've got the base as well to take out, haven't we? Just have a look on the inside, just in case you're reboxing it. The plug just sat in that cardboard bit at the bottom there. Has a hot and cold dial on it for whether you're making a hot or a cold drink. A bit less impressive than the actual unit itself, isn't it? But let's have a look at it on the base. Yeah, it looks quite nice, doesn't it? There's no cable tidy underneath. I just thought I'd check that. We've also got to just remove the protective bit on the plug and also unwrap the cabling. It's all very eco-friendly. Even this cable tie here seems to be a bit of a paper effect. It must have some metal in it somewhere for it to grip like this. So, but yeah, as you can see there, it's got sort of just eco-friendly. And the same with the plug protector as well. That was paper too, or cardboard. Interesting that it's got a circular plug with branding on as well. Hotel Chocolat branding on the plug. But I do find it interesting. There's Hotel Chocolat on the top, the branding, but nothing on the side of the jug, which is quite different. You usually see some kind of branding here, don't you? But not on this machine. and that sits. That obviously the dial will be pointed towards the front for you to select what kind of preparation you want to make. Yeah, we're going to open the cups up now, but what do you think of the design so far? Do let us know in the comments. Also, it's amazing what a big percentage of the people who watch this channel aren't actually subscribed yet. So do subscribe if you enjoy our content and you've watched it regularly. But yeah, let's now get these cups, the Podglass and Podcup, out. So if you saw our last Velvetiser review or unboxing, you'll have seen one of these pod cups before anyway, although is it slightly different or does that look the same? Interesting. I think it's the same, but I've not seen one of these pod glasses before because this is more for cold iced chocolate drinks, isn't it? Does feel very good quality. I have to admit, it's got a nice quality feel to it. It's a lot bigger than the one for hot chocolate, isn't it? Why is that? Probably so there's a bit of room in there for ice as well, because of the same size preparation. They're both 220ml. Yeah, so we just had a little comparison with the old cup, actually. And if you see, the ridges are a little bit wider, aren't they? And I think the cup is a little bit bigger, the new one, compared to the old one. So just in case you were wondering, yeah, we can see a couple of differences there. So as we've seen so far, it is all packaged up quite nicely when it comes to being like a gift item. I might as well mention the price right now. So on the RRP on this, it was priced at $149.99. But I did get a discount on it because there was an offer on. So do look out for that in case you can get some kind of discount. I'll leave a link in the description as well as to where you can find it. But I thought we'd just see what flavours it comes with now. So I'll get these stickers off the side of here and we'll have a look at what sachets it comes with. So we've got inside the box, as you can see, we've got all our flavours here. We'll have a look at those more closely in a second. But I just wanted to mention what it says here about gentle farming. It says, we've always believed there's a better way for cacao farming. That's why for over 20 years, we've been working with our farmers in Ghana and St. Lucia, home to our own cacao farm, to develop and instill what we call gentle farming practices. Practices that are better for nature and better for farming families. So they do care about sustainability, so that's good to know. So we've got a classic 70% sachet that it's come with, a milky 50%. These are all available on their website to buy, and on Amazon too. I'll leave a link in the description to those. Vanilla white, salted caramel, Black Forest Gateau. We have a couple of reviews on the channel as well of a couple of these flavours. Finally, we've got to one of our cold drinking chocolates, and that's a mint flavour. The blue ones are cold, by the way. Creme brulee. Oh, that sounds nice. That's a cold one as well. Might start with that today. That sounds amazing. Mandarin and orange, banana, and a cold classic one as well. So there are 10 sachets. So the flavours we've decided to go with, we will clean it in a second, by the way. That's the first step. We'll tell you how to do that. But the flavours we've decided to go with are salted caramel for our hot chocolate, and our creme brulee for our cold drinking chocolate. And just a little thing about the design being taken from nature, inspired by nature. It was actually designed by a man here we have a look called Andrew Wicks. He says, so I look to the organic shape of cacao when coming up with the elegant minimalistic style. So if you're wondering why it's that shape, that's why. And also the petals that were on the whisk, I'll put a clip of that on screen now. Those petals circulate and cut through the liquid to create ultrafine passages of air, while the inner pod ridges condense these into smooth chocolate crema. As we say though, we do have to give it a first clean to make sure there's no residue or chemical stuff on the inside of this non-stick coating. So to do that, we just fill it up to the max line with water and then put a drop of fairy liquid in, switch it to the hot setting, and set it off. Now, where is that max line? If you're looking for it on the inside of the jug, you won't find it because it's actually on the whisk here. As we can see there's a max line with an arrow pointing to this line here. So it is very easily identifiable when inside as well. You don't need to take it out. If you can look there, you'll see a little ridge. Fill it up to there with a drop of fairy liquid. So we've plugged the machine in, obviously filled it to the max line with cold water there. We can see just one drop of fairy, it said. Then we'll pop the lid on, turn the dial here to the hot position, and then once it's flashing red to show that it's hot, you just press the button. When that's finished, you'll be ready to empty that water out, give it a rinse with cold water, dry it with a cloth, get it nice and dry, and then we'll be ready to use it for the first time to make salted caramel hot chocolate. It is worth mentioning that it's not dishwasher safe, by the way, and also when rinsing it off after you've cleaned the inside, be sure not to submerge this in water. It says on the unit there, do not immerse in water, it will ruin it. Yeah, so we've now rinsed it out with cold water, dried the unit out. Why is it important to do with cold water? Well, because this jug needs to be the right temperature so that it froths for the right amount of time when we make this hot chocolate next, or else it won't be as velvety as we would like it to be. So we've got directions on the packet of how to make it. So we simply pour 220 millilitres of milk into the Velvetiser. You can use whatever type you want, by the way. I usually use semi-skim, but you might get a different result with different types of milk. You may prefer that. But it is the 220 ml is just to that max indicator line. So everything's really simple. We just keep filling it to the max line. Then add in the flakes on top of that. Then select the correct button for the Velvetiser to work. Hit go, and about 2.5 minutes later, it'll be ready to pour into the cup. So we've got our cup ready here. We'll go and get 220 millilitres of milk in up to the max line on the whisk again, and then we'll set it off and show you. So we've got our 220 millilitres of milk in, up to that max line you see. We've got our lovely salted caramel hot chocolate flakes ready to go in. Let's open it up from the side. Pour those in the top. That looks really nice, doesn't it? Just tap the top to make sure they all come out. Pop the lid back on. Set it to hot again. It's already on hot, and then hit go. And 2.5 minutes we'll have to wait. I'm actually going to break all the rules and open it to show you what's going on inside. Yeah, best pop that back on. So we're about a minute in now. My wife hates it when I open this up because she says it's going to ruin the hot chocolate, but I just wanted to show you what's going on inside. It's the fun bit for me. Right then, so it's just finished mixing. Oh, that looks really nice and velvety, doesn't it? There's no lip or anything on, so we'll just pour from any side of the jug. There's no hot chocolate flakes left in, if you have a look, so that's good. They've all been mixed together nicely. And we'll just have a little taste now. We'll let you know what it tastes like. So it's interesting, we've had a taste there. We actually think that's hotter than the last Velvetiser, which is good for me because I always wanted it a bit hotter. But without obviously getting a thermometer on it and testing it out, we won't know for sure, but I can feel it through the cup. It's really, really hot, which is good. The texture, it's the same as the old Velvetiser. We're pleased with that. And the taste, I mean, my wife, she's a salt lover, so she said it could have been a bit saltier, but the taste is still very nice. That usual Hotel Chocolat quality that you get is not lost. So we're now going to go and clean it out, and then we're going to make the cold drinking chocolate, the creme brulee version. So I have been told, but you don't have to call it cold drinking chocolate, by the way. My family's just told me it could just be called cold chocolate. That's what it says in the Hotel Chocolat guide. But anyway, we're going to make one. We don't have any ice, you know, in the freezer. We've misjudged this. I should have had some ice ready, but I don't. But we'll still try it out and see what it tastes like as cold chocolate, because as we can see inside there, we've got a really fine grind of chocolate, completely different to what we're used to with the Velvetiser. We'll see now how that works when we pour it in. Will it dissolve it all properly? Will it be grainy? We'll find out in a second. Yeah, let's pop the lid on. Turn it to the cold setting. Should turn blue, do you think? Yeah, blue. Press go, and we're off. So I'm going to break the rules again and take the lid off. Oh, it is mixing it together, look. Oh, it's finished already. Oh, that was quick. Oh, no, it hasn't. Right, I'll put this back on because it's going to spray everywhere. It is a nice addition, by the way, this cold chocolate feature, because in our family, I'm not the biggest hot chocolate drinker. The rest of the family are, but I could imagine myself in summer drinking something more like this, you know, more of a milkshake texture. Yeah, so I'm interested to see how it's going to turn out. Right then, so that's now finished. Let's have a look inside. It still looks like the hot chocolate, doesn't it? But it's not. It's cold. So we can see it hasn't mixed it all together quite as well, but that's to be expected really, isn't it? Even with the finer grind. But it's not looking really grainy, is it? Let's have a little taste, see what it tastes like. So not to forget, that is the creme brulee sachet. To me, that tastes sublime. Now, my wife said she'd never heard me say that word before, but it does taste sublime. And the creme brulee element gives it almost a coffee element to it, actually, which is quite interesting. But over ice, it would be even better. But the taste is gorgeous. A nice, cold, fresh chocolate flavour. Over ice would be brilliant. Very, very impressed with that. Well done, Hotel Chocolat. I mean, it is a little bit grainy. You can see those fine grains of chocolate coming down there, but it's not spoiling it for me. I personally really like it. So what are my first impressions, my first thoughts of the new Hotel Chocolat Velvetiser? I really like it. I thought this would be plasticky. It's not. It's metal. The design of it, I like it a lot more than I expected to, because I think because I love the old Velvetiser, which I'll show you on screen now, I was a little bit skeptical as to how they were going to top it. But I do really like the design, and the quality and the feel of it all feels right and good. At first taste, it does appear to be hotter, but if you're interested in seeing a comparison between the two Velvetisers, we do still have ours, the old one, so we'd be happy to do that. Let us know in the comments if you'd like to see that. Also, let us know what you think about the design of each of them. Which one do you prefer? Again, we'll pop it on screen now to remind you what the old one did look like. The addition of a cold feature, that's going to make it great for summer use as well, so it's not just going to be brought out for a certain months of the year and then not used again. It's now a year-round item, which to me makes it more worth spending the £150, because that is a price rise, isn't it, against the last one. Don't forget though, that £150 did include a box of sachets, which is about £15 I think, or £16 to buy on its own. It also did include the Podcup and the Podglass. A few people have said they would like to be able to buy this unit individually. Do you think that'd be a good addition if they sold it separately for those who already have a Velvetiser and a cup? Something to think about perhaps. But yeah, I like it a lot more than I expected to, which is good when I was so impressed with the last model. Please do give the video a like if it's helped you out. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, that really helps us out. It helps grow the channel, and hit that notification bell. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.